We're covering all those Elvis bases today. The Elvis fans are losing their minds. This is what's happening right now. Her ex-business partners are saying that she's a fraud.
We know that Priscilla started dating Elvis when she was like 14 years old. Her dad was in the Air Force. I think he might have been in the intelligence portion.
Oh.
Like,
Does that make a little bit of sense? Just a little bit?
Yeah. Those tarot card readers who read about celebrities, we realize a lot of it is just for show and not actually what's happening.
There's a lot of people that are going around saying that Elvis Presley was a pedophile.
in today's terms, they would have been. I don't think back then they had the issue.
It's kind of weird to compare 1950s culture to 2025.
If that was really only a 6 or 7 year difference,
I would have married him immediately. Everybody, and welcome to our channel called the Three of Pentacles. We are 3 tarot card readers, and we like to read on world events and hot topics. We also do personal readings as well. We also do energy healing too. If you need our services, just please reach out to us. Our contact information is always in the description. We'll be so happy to help you out if you need help. We like to read on a lot of things. However, on this video, we're going to be reading about Priscilla Presley. She's in the news right now. But before we get to that, I would like to introduce my 2 Woo sisters, Lynn and Kaila.
Hi, everyone.
everybody.
And my name is Barbara. And this is for entertainment purposes, but not only. Sometimes we go deep. A lot of you all out there know, or maybe some of you do. Well, I know Lynn and Kaila know that I'm a Elvis Presley fan, and Lynn, I think you too. You're Elvis.
Huge. Yeah, huge.
Me and Lynn, we're big Elvis Presley fans, and Kaila knows
Cried like
Elvis.
a baby when he died.
Did you really?
Oh God, yeah.
I didn't cry like a baby, but I was.
It was
kind
my
of like,
best friend's 10th birthday too.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
And young kids like that, they really take it really, really hard.
Oh,
I was a really big fan of his when I was a child.
Yeah.
And I wanted to marry him when I was like 7 years old. And I got so angry and so jealous of those beautiful ladies in the movies. I suffered like a dog. It was just hard for me to get through life. I've been to Graceland last year. So anything Presley, even down the line, even those other daughters and the sons and everything, and people that look like him and Elvis lookalikes, and I'm always, it's fun.
Barbara's on it.
Right? And Lynn gave me an Elvis lunchbox too.
Yep.
And also she has a little fox out there outside of her house named Elvis.
Elvis, my girl,
so
she's
we're
back.
We're covering all those Elvis bases today. We're covering them all. It's said that Priscilla and her daughter Lisa Marie didn't have the best mother-daughter relationship. In fact, at the Elvis movie premiere a few years ago, they didn't sit together, and they didn't even acknowledge each other. They acknowledged other people, but not each other. Now it's been exposed that Priscilla Presley kind of pulled the plug on her daughter Lisa Marie, causing her demise. She didn't wait until Lisa Marie's daughter's plane landed to run to the hospital to do it together. She just kind of pulled it. So the story is Lisa Marie was found unresponsive at home, and she was revived twice. And the third time that she flatlined, the doctors told them that she would have brain damage if she survived. So Priscilla made it her decision to not revive her again. And, supposedly there was a DNR in place. That means do not resuscitate. So that means like if you have a loved one in the hospital and they put the DNR on your records, that means that. But that's really weird, because if she flatlined 3 times, why didn't they just do the DNR the very first time when she flat?
Right.
Anyways,
Yeah.
this is really weird. But anyway, shortly after Lisa Marie passed away, her daughter Riley and the grandmother Priscilla went to court to finalize the family wealth, because Lisa Marie was the sole heir of Elvis's estate, and Riley signed over a bunch of money and control over to Priscilla. Probably the control that maybe Lisa Marie never gave her. So Priscilla she also wants to be buried at Graceland, even though she's an ex-wife. But she's been the face of Graceland for many years, and again, her granddaughter Riley agreed to that. And social media is going crazy. They're painting Riley and her grandmother like Bonnie and Clyde. They're working together. These 2 evil people, and You know, the Elvis fans are losing their minds. Priscilla is also being sued by her ex. This is what's happening right now. Her ex-business partners are saying that she's a fraud. They're claiming that she's, you know, they're claiming that she did fraud, theft, and exploitation. But last year, Priscilla sued her business partners for elder abuse. So there's a back and forth with them. And it was her business partner that put the story out right now, saying that she pulled the plug to maintain control. So that's how the story got. She says she has all the receipts, and this is all happening during Elvis week. So Elvis week was like, I think the week before last or something like that. But anyway, it sounds like a soap opera. It's just.
Oh, hey, Barbara.
Yeah?
Just really quick, TMZ reported that Lisa Marie actually had a directive to prolong her life. She did not have a DNR.
Oh, well, see, I didn't even know. That is really crazy. See,
Yeah.
that's a weird story going on.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
weird. Really weird. I don't know what to say about that, but good thing we have the cards.
Yep. So what's the first question you want to ask?
Okay, let's see. I wrote down a question here. Let's see what question. Well, first of all, I want to know, Priscilla Presley, is she deep state? Is she good or deep state? I mean, I know we have maybe our ideas of who she is, but is she deep state or is she good? I mean, who is she? What does she stand for? Would you all like to do that one first?
That's good.
Sounds good.
That's good.
Okay, you want me to pull?
Kyla's got her cards
You want me to
out.
do this one?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that one because I don't want to
meantime, you can-
influence the cards.
You can fill them in on more details because this is news to me. I haven't been following.
Yeah, we know that Priscilla started dating Elvis when she was like 14 years old, and her dad was in the Air Force. I think he might have been in the intelligence portion,
Oh,
like so many.
yeah.
And
You
I
know,
had
the
seen-
thing is that when she was 14 years old, right?
Yeah.
And he was what, 21 or something? You know, there's a lot of people that are going around saying that Elvis Presley was a pedophile. I don't know if we can say that on YouTube. We can probably block it out, but they're saying that he was a pedophile. That
well,
he loved.
in today's terms, they would have been. I don't think back then they had the issue. And I mean, if that was really only a 6 or 7 year difference, you know.
And that's how it was. If you go back to 1950s, there were a lot of 14-year-old and 15-year-olds that
Yeah.
were getting married and having babies.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of their husbands were older than them.
Look at
So-
Loretta Lynn and her husband. He was a lot older than her. I think she was like 14, 15 when she married him too.
Yeah, there's a lot of young brides back then, and so it's kind of weird to compare 1950s
Yep.
culture to 2025.
I think
So
when
much
they
has
start
changed.
saying that, they're just projecting from themselves because they just don't want you to like Elvis too, you know.
Yeah. I mean, he may have done a lot of stuff because, any big star, you do have skeletons in your closet. But I never really got the feeling that he was that he loved children. Otherwise, I would have married him immediately. I would have married that man. Let me tell you. So, all right. So we want to see who she is. How did you ask the question?
Yeah,
Kyla?
so who is she? Is she on the dark side? Is she part of the deep state? Asking for more information about her character.
There's nothing really, excuse me, super bad, is there?
Well, the Queen of Cups. What are you going to say, Kyla, about the Queen of Cups? Is that her?
Yeah, that is her. I mean, we do have the Five of Swords bottom of deck, so there's like lying, cheating, stealing. I'm not getting a very good character generally, but then if we ask, is she part of the deep state, then we look at those clarifiers because that's where the devil is.
Yeah.
We have the Nine of Swords and the devil. Some concerns about that side of things. I think all of these famous people would have had to interact on that dark side at some point in time. Was she actively involved is another question.
Yeah, we didn't get the Three of Cups or anything. We might need to pull some clarifiers and just see if the dark
think
side
so.
actually came from, maybe MK Ultra from her dad or something like that.
By the Queen of Cups, I can tell that in that Three of Swords, she's always had a kind of like a sad and
Yeah.
a sad type of life going on.
Yeah.
Because the Queen of Cups is already kind of sad, and plus she's you see how she's staring at the cup. She's almost paranoid, and then with the Three of Swords beneath, that's trials and tribulations, sadness, despair. That's just her life. But I think she's about her coins, though, because
Yeah, oh
look
yeah, I
at
think
this.
so too.
That I think so, yeah. And in the past, we have the Seven of Wands, which is like she's always had this defensive energy about her, it seems.
Now, with that pairing with the devil, I think that she probably didn't do it voluntarily, because if somebody works, I don't know who would work with the deep state voluntarily, but I'm sure there's some people out there. But she has a worried type of energy around it. So it's almost like maybe she was pushed to do things as well. So, but she hasn't had a happy life. And you can tell by her expressions that always has like a kind of like a scowl. I don't want to say a scowl on her face, but you can tell she's been through some type of despair and sadness.
There isn't a glistening in her eyes of happiness and joy. It's a lot of deep sadness and sorrow that you see in her face. I see what you mean. Absolutely.
Yeah, and she has had some type of relationships. I don't know if it was with Elvis that kind of really broke her heart and left her heartbroken. The Three of Swords and the Two of Cups.
I
And the
wonder
Strength
if
card.
Elvis wasn't an escape and a way for her to get away from her parents.
Could be. Let me get my cards out. Well, we can go to the next question unless you want to do two clarifiers on that, because I have some questions about. I have questions about this and more questions. We can just do 3-card pulls. Like for example, the next question I have, the person that we know in the public eye as Lisa Marie, is she really passed away? Is she really off this earth plane? Is she really gone? Because I know it sounds kind of weird to ask these kind of questions, not to
She
you
was
all.
only 50 years old too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know it doesn't seem weird to you all, but it might seem weird to some people that watch
People
the
that are
video.
watching, yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about? Hey, and after all, we are tarot card readers.
Yeah.
So, we have to ask these types of questions, and it comes to our minds. So.
Recently, I came across another tarot card reader who was like, those tarot card readers who read about celebrities and so on, you're not supposed to get into people's energy like that. And I thought about that for a while, and part of it resonates to an extent,
But
in
they're
the
public
sense that,
figures. Yeah.
I mean, that you have to protect people's energy, and you
Yes.
don't do it just like that. But in terms of where we are in the world with these dark energies that have created all of these celebrities, put it forward in the public eye and using them to manipulate stories, manipulate ideas and so on, then we deserve to know what's happening in the background, So that's why we do it. Like, what is really happening? We realize a lot of it is just for show and not actually what's happening and why. It's a lot of it is just for keeping us distracted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You going to pull on that, Kaila?
I'm going to do 3 cards if you want to do 3
3-card
cards
pull.
as well.
I'll do 3 cards as well. And
Okay.
just to add to that, what you said, if you really, really think about it, and if we get off of this societal trip that we're on, we're already connected. We already have an all-knowing. We're powerful beings. And so now that we're in society, we're saying, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But if you really think about it, if we really lived the way that we could, the power that we really have, we probably wouldn't think about, oh, we're into that energy, we're into that, because we're already connected by Wi-Fi. And I'm not making excuses to say, oh, I want to dig and see who says that's not what that is. But I'm just thinking, well, if we're all connected, and there's some religious tarot card readers out there too, I see.
Yes.
And they talk about God and the Bible and everything. And I don't know if it's them that are saying it or they're not saying it. But if you go by what the Bible says, we're created in God's image. So if we're created in God's image, He gave us the power to be powerful like Him. Okay, we're not God, but so for us to be godlike and to worry about going into somebody's energy, I don't know. It just seems kind of weird to me. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Does that make a little bit of sense? Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just makes you think. Anyway,
I
I'll do a
mean,
three card.
What'd you get,
when
Kyla?
you do these kinds of polls, you always go with reference. You ask the universe, what can we know? What would you like us to know about it? So the information usually comes across as to what is if it's not okay, it usually tells you it's not okay.
Yeah, it won't give us an answer. It'll be like,
Yeah.
nope, you don't know.
All right. Okay.
What'd you get, Kyla?
I got the Temperance card. Now this card usually can signify even a no or a maybe sometimes, but it is Temperance, which is a major arcana. In some cases can be a yes. It depends on the
It's
clarifiers. I have
angel
the
wings, as if.
I have the Age of Wands and then the Page of Pentacles. So I'm very curious to see what Barbara gets.
Oh yeah. I'm
Bottom of the deck is a Lover's card. This could be like agreements and soul contracts and so on.
I did pull, and I got the Two of Cups.
Like agreements as well.
Yeah, and then I got the Star, and then I got the Seven of Pentacles.
Oh, I don't know. I was taking pictures for some reason, but I got that the first card, that is she really dead, as we know, death off the earth plane.
Yeah.
And I got the Three of Swords. Now the Three of Swords is usually a card that
Put it
shows
closer
that
to you,
somebody's
Barbara.
gone.
Put it closer to you. Huh? Your background's doing crazy stuff again.
Yeah, it just shows
you
that
go.
somebody's is really kind of gone. However, I got the Justice card, not the Justice, but the can you hear that?
Yep, you got
That's
thunder
a storm
again.
out there again. That's a storm out there. I hope it's not lightning and doing pouring out. Anyway, I got the Queen of Swords, but I got the Wheel of Fortune. That's a switch. That's a flip. So maybe something really did happen sickly to her.
Well, and
the-
remember, it was a heart issue, so it's interesting that you got the Three of Hearts.
Okay,
I mean,
well there
Three
you
of
go.
Swords, the Three of Hearts.
The three of Swords. Look at that. The Three of Swords. Well, my background is coming into play here, but you got the Three of Swords. So I'm thinking, there was something else that switched to flip. So maybe there was something really wrong with her, and then he says, "Well, look, let me just take care of it and get her out." And I did get the Temperance as well.
It was
my
Temperance
gosh.
on the bottom.
Temperance is on the bottom.
I got the Seven of Swords on the bottom. Strategy. I'm not quite sure she's really gone.
Yeah,
Yes, she might
actually,
have been sick.
in some cases, the Temperance card could almost tell you that they don't want you to know as
Yep.
well.
Yeah,
It's like divine timing at play, patience.
I think she could have been. She could be elsewhere with the Star card.
Okay.
Safety, maybe.
Yeah, that's so we didn't really get a yes or no if she's really gone.
No.
You want to use the pendulum?
Sure. Hello.
Yeah, usually Temperance can be, wait, patience.
Is it okay to know? Is it okay to know what's going on with Lisa Marie? No. It's
No?
not okay.
Okay, let's leave it.
That's what I was getting.
Let's leave it. Hey, I had to ask. If you don't
I
ask, you
know.
never know, right?
I know. That's right.
And anyway, okay, let's move forward. The next question that I had is this like this soap opera thing that's going on with them? Is it like for show or is it a real thing that they're doing? So let's go ahead and pull another 3 cards. When you want to pull 3 cards?
Go for it. You mean like, is it a calm or by some reason?
Is it
or
is it psyop?
Is it just
fake?
to show? Is it just to show the dysfunction of famous people or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Is
because
it
it's
tr-
interesting that the granddaughters aren't suing her, but it's her former work. I don't want to call them co-workers. Whatever she called them,
For business partners?
business partners. That's right.
So
Okay.
I asked if it was real, and the first card I get is the 5 of Swords.
So a lot of fighting. Yeah.
A lot of fighting about finances, 9 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. He's got a big old coin in his hand too.
Excuse me.
Bless you. And at the bottom of the deck, I got the 7 of Cups. So that looks like a little funky situation. That's like a big old saga. It looks like it could be real by these. What did you get, Kyla?
Interesting, because I have the Seven of Cups as my first card. That's
Wow.
that's bottom of your deck.
Yeah.
I'm smiling because bottom of my deck is a temperance card.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, divine timing. You don't need to know everything,
Yeah.
but yeah, a lot of confusion and dysfunction happening. The Queen of Wands asking you to use your intuition. Don't just believe everything you're seeing. And the Hanged Man, which is enlightenment, looking at the need to look at things in a whole different way. So adding to the Queen of Wands, use your intuition. Not everything you're seeing might be real. We don't know which parts are and which parts are not. But a lot of
Wow.
dysfunctions happening with this card.
Yeah.
Do we want to ask if this whole thing is just going to go away? Is it just going to quietly go away? Or will
Yeah, we
it really
can
be
ask that too.
resolved?
Okay. And I have a few more questions as well. I'm
I know
trying
you
to
do.
run them through really fast, but I was. So did you? What question did you have, Lynn? Was it all gonna go away?
Yeah, is it just going to quietly, is it going to be one of those things that's like out there and then it's going to quietly go away? Or are we going to see a resolve to it? What's going on with it?
Let's see what's gonna happen with this. Okay, I have the Nine of Swords again. So it doesn't look like it's gonna go away by that one card. But then I get Eight of Swords, and I also get the World. So it's gonna. It looks like it might end up without having a solution to it. But let's see, there's the Five of Swords again. See, because there's always these Five of Swords coming up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of swords, a lot of thoughts and words. They're really bickering. That's a real thing. I feel that's happening with them.
And I got the Seven of Swords, the Five
Again,
of
yep.
Cups, and then the Five of Swords. So two fives, which is
Yeah.
temporary.
There's a lot of fighting going on.
A lot of
Strategy.
fighting, man.
Oh my
When I saw
gosh.
this one, the
Yeah.
Seven of Swords, and then we both got the Seven of Cups before, I asked, is it a psyop? And I look at this. I got the Page of Wands,
Yeah.
the Ace of Wands, and then the Page of Cups.
Look at all those yes cards.
Yeah.
Two soft yeses and a yes.
But I think it might be a psyop, but there's real angst that's going on with them.
And not all the parties may realize it's a psyop. That's why there might be so much fighting because they don't realize it, you know?
That's
It's
crazy.
interesting we have the Page of Cups because this is a surprisingly positive type of outcome. So like there's a reason for it. Why? What's the reason? I mean, I don't think we're quite meant to know right now, but there's some kind of reason they're bringing this up in the
Somebody's
news.
going to be exposed about something probably.
Maybe that's the person that we think that's good that's going to be exposed in the public eye that we got now 2-week pool.
Who knows?
Anyway, I'm going to go a little bit quicker because I have a few more questions. So do Priscilla's ex-business partners really have proof that she wanted Lisa Marie off the airplane? They really wanted her off. That they say that Priscilla really wanted her off, and they have the receipts to prove it. So do they really have proof of that?
Huh.
Let's see.
They say they got the receipts, huh? That's interesting. How
These
do you
two
have
popped
receipts?
out. These two cards just popped out of my hand.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Queen of Swords and
Yes, cards.
The Ace of Swords, yeah.
yeah. I'm just leave it like that.
I have Judgment, wake up call,
Yeah.
something big.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Lover's card, making choices, and the Ace of Cups.
Temperance.
Temperance again. Wow. Time is coming. And that Lover's card is also a business relationship too. So maybe those business people do have something that wanted to prove her. Maybe she might be the person that might come off because a lot of people love her. And she might be the person that they can prove that that's what she's was capable of doing. Then that's going to hurt a lot of people's hearts. But anyway, let's go to the next question. Will Priscilla be accountable for pulling the plug? Will Priscilla be accountable for pulling the plug?
I don't know if she can. I think that would fall back to the hospital, honestly. You know?
I don't know.
Because if they didn't follow protocol, if there was a prolonged life and they just pulled the plug too, but then you know, I don't know if Priscilla actually had the place to even say pull the plug. Yes, she's her mother, but when you have children, do they supersede the parents then at that point, the grandparents in that situation?
And that's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know legally how that works. So,
It depends on what the agreement that that family has. Because
but if
maybe
there
they all
is
had
no agreement, if there isn't, because a lot of people don't have, health directives or anything else of what they want and who's in charge. And if you don't have that living will or whatever, I don't know who it legally falls to, and it would probably depend on every state, might be even different as far as that goes too.
Yeah. That would really surprise me if the Presley family doesn't have one of those after Elvis left. But anyway, I get the King of Pentacles, so it looks like somebody's gonna be paid off secretly.
Yeah, and
The
secret
high,
card.
the high priestess and the Fool. You see him walking away.
Yeah.
So maybe somebody be paid off and be walked scot free. And then I have this at the bottom of the deck, the Nine of Cups.
Okay.
So maybe she'll get out of it. If they do get her on something, maybe she'll find some type of loophole.
Yeah, could be. What'd you get?
Again,
Kaila?
I have those pentacle cards too, including the King of Pentacles. So the
Wow.
Queen of Pentacles came up
Okay,
first.
the
So
Four of
I
Pentacles
would agree
too,
with you.
geez.
And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is like no movement, something being kept.
No, all the pentacles though, it's all about the money, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And then
Pentacles and
bottom of
swords,
deck.
you keep betting.
Five
Yep.
of Swords again.
Five of
bottom
Swords. Yeah.
Wow.
Good.
So there's some real
Gracious.
fighting going on there, man. That's crazy because the cards, they just reflect it.
Oh,
So listen,
I want to go to their house for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Woo-hoo.
I wouldn't mind going to Graceland for Thanksgiving.
I know you
And
would.
well, let's go together. Well, I know, y'all know you can't go with the dog. Well, let's bring the dogs. Anyway, I got another
Sold
question.
my van. I can't put them all in the van anymore.
Oh,
Listen, if one of us win a lottery, we'll put all the dogs in a nice
Get a big RV. Yep.
transportation. Yeah, a big
Big
RV,
RV.
and exactly
go.
that would be cool.
That would be cool.
So, yeah, that's something we'll have to work on. That's a good idea. So why is Riley so quiet about this pulling of the plug thing that caused her mom's demise? Like, for example, why is it just coming out now? Why didn't
Yeah,
it?
it's almost been 2 years, right?
Yeah, why didn't Riley?
23? Yeah,
'cause
it's
a lot-
been over 2 years. It's been almost 3 years.
Yeah, because social media is saying that, her and Riley are two criminals. That she's just like her grandmother, they're saying. But who really knows? Who really knows? I mean, we don't know. So let's see what the cards say about why Riley is so quiet. Why was she so quiet? Got another card two cards that fell out. I got the Queen of Cups that fell out and the Ten of Wands that fell out. So Riley is like the Queen of Cups, almost like the Queen of Cups that her mother got at the beginning of the reading, Queen of Cups.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard on her. She's not really living this situation really, really, really well. Got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. So those two cards fell out. I'm just going to stay with those. What do you get, Kaila?
I got the Seven of Swords, some kind of strategy. The Queen of Pentacles again, and then the King of Cups, which is something kind of hidden.
Yeah.
And again, bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords.
Wow. These are reading cards, and we're shuffling our cards.
Yeah.
Everybody, we're shuffling our cards, and these just keep coming out. So far, there's like, anyway, let's go to the last question, and we'll do a recap of everything before we close out So, okay, does Priscilla? Okay, this is a question of mine. Because Priscilla I follow her on Telegram and everything, and she every once in a while she'll put something out about Elvis and how they were in love and how he's such a good guy and everything like that. But everybody knows how the story ended between them. And then he went on to another woman, and that's when he passed away. But that was 4 or 5 years after that, after they broke up. But on her social media, she tends to put posts every once in a while about Elvis and how, just to keep the fans near, I believe, just keep Elvis's memory alive. But I want to know, is she sincere? Does she use good and sincere intentions when posting Elvis on the internet, on social media? Or does she do that as a strategy to keep in with the Presleys, to remind everybody that she's a Presley and using a Presley name and everything? Does she do that because she was truly miss him and in love with him, and that's why she's putting it? Or is it because of business? So let's take a look. See, why does Priscilla put that out on social media? What are her intentions, Priscilla? Okay. So the reason why she's putting it out according to my cards that I drew is the major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Pentacles. So it's almost like business, kind of like. And she's almost faking the funk because that's a ten of cups. Now tens are endings, but also this 10 is usually like something that's appearing. Everything appears to be wonderful and perfect with the family, but it really isn't. So I think according to these cards, she's kind of doing it for business. And she probably loved them at one time, but these days it's good to keep Elvis's fans near so she can cash in on it too. And I got the death card at the bottom of the deck. So anyway, I mean, no offense, Priscilla, if you're watching, we're just reading the cards that we all want to know. I'm going to still follow you on Instagram.
I agree with you. I got the Seven of Pentacles, so it's like planting seeds. These are physical things. This is Pentacles could be, physical, finances, money, fame, whatever it is. I have the Page of Swords and then the Hermit card. So it's like keeping that story alive, This is like gossip and innuendo. So it's like bringing up the story, bringing it back so people can continue to remember and shine that light on what was. Bottom of deck is the Eight of Cups. Now this is about like a soul searching type of card, walking away. Lynn, you have something to say about this card?
I said, I can't believe it's not the Five of Swords again.
I know, true.
Well, that's odd that you got the Eight of Cups at the bottom because I had the Death card at the bottom. So that's a walking away and ending a transformation, and also going within maybe. But that's like a going away and ending something. So maybe soon she's going to end that Elvis thing. If they hold her accountable.
Yeah, let's ask. Did Priscilla ever really love Elvis? Yes. Was she heartbroken about the divorce? No. Does Priscilla know about Bob Joyce? Pastor Job Boy? She does.
People are going to say, who's that? Oh, that's another video. Look him up. Look him up, everybody. Look him up.
I think that's in our Elvis video that we did earlier this year around his birthday.
Oh, actually, I looked at that video and we didn't say anything about Priscilla or the pastor.
Or the pastor? Okay, we just did straight up Elvis. Okay.
Actually, we did a video about Elvis and what message he had for his fans on his birthday. And his you both said that that there's good people out there fighting for us, and maybe he's rooting for that to happen. And I kind of read it as basically the same thing, but also that he was kind of tired of being handled by the deep state or his manager. Same thing. So and also he could be collaborating with a rich man, and a rich man. We pull out the name Donald Trump. Yeah. So So maybe Elvis is spiritually collaborating with Donald Trump, or maybe physically.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Get your glasses out. Well, anyway, we're not gonna say much about that. I guess that'd be another video if we want to do another Elvis video. But those are all the questions that I had. So,
all right.
We did some really, really good questions and quick questions. So we want to know what you all think. What do you think about the questions that we asked? What do you think about the answers that we got?
What do you think about Priscilla and this whole debacle?
What do you think about Priscilla? And this is going to be our first video on it. We don't know if we're going to do another one, like I said, but we'll see what happens. And that's what we get for Priscilla. Did you all want to add anything about Priscilla or the daughters? Or by the way, it came out that there's another grandchild somewhere. So they don't know.
Lisa Marie was the only child.
Yeah, so either Lisa Marie's daughter has another child somewhere.
Oh.
Or it could be that other son that Priscilla has. Priscilla has another son from another person. He's like Brazilian, Italian.
Did she ever have any kids with Nicolas Cage or no?
I don't think so.
I think it was her first
she didn't.
husband.
Lisa Marie didn't, but Priscilla has a child from somebody called. Well, anyway, the child is called
Yeah, but
Nava.
that wouldn't have anything to do with the Presley. That would be
No,
outside the Presley.
in fact, but when they said another grandchild and money, everybody's like, well, who could that be? But that could
Yeah.
just be from the son called. His name is Navarone Garibaldi. So all right. So we'd like to thank you all for watching our video, and thank you all for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We're over 200 subscribers. Please help us get to 250. And Kaila's going to tell you where we can be seen, found, and heard.
All right, so we are on YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, and Facebook. So please look at the description below. All of our links will be down there. And we want to thank you so much for watching. Now, remember, we will never contact you first for anything. So please beware of scammers. You are not to send money to anyone posing as us. We will never ask you for anything like that. So please be cautious and use your intuition. And thank you so much for joining us once more.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.